welcome back to another video. And today's video is going to be a basic French tip full set. I've decided that I'm going to try to upload on Fridays, if not every other Friday. And I have some projects that are already edited and ready to put out. So I'm really happy about the consistency that I will be showing. It's so fun. But let's get into the voiceover because I will be voiceovering this entire video. I haven't done a voiceover in a minute. Like, it's actually going to be really weird to hear my voice on playback, but I'm here for it because I do like to do voiceovers, contrary to what I just said. But right now we're just prepping her nails and I'm clipping away any free edge that she has, and I'm nipping any dead skin that decide to pop up off the cuticle after I pushed them back. So when using your e-file, especially when using your e-file on the natural nail, you want to use it at a lower speed, which would be about 2,000 RPMs or rotations per minute. But this is just so that you're not creating any rings of fire or accidentally burning or cutting your clients. You want to be really, really careful when you are using your drill on the natural nail. So when using your e-file on your enhancement, you want to kick it up speed to about 7,000 to 15,000 RPMs. I know it sounds like a lot, but once you become experienced, you'll be able to really tell the difference and it won't be as intimidating. Now, for debulking product for like a soak off or maybe a rebalance, you can turn it up higher than that, but I recommend doing whatever you feel comfortable with so that, again, you are ensuring that your client's safety is like the first thing you're thinking about. Next, we're putting on the tips, and you want to make sure the tips fit sidewall to sidewall. This is also important as to why in the beginning I clipped away any free edge that she had, because your tip is supposed to sit right at the stress point of the nail. If you have a free edge, then that means it's going to be harder for you to build an apex in the correct spot because where you attach the tip wouldn't be where the stress point is. So you don't want your stress point to be hanging off of the nail, if that makes sense. So just make sure when you're sizing them, never do too small of a tip. And if you do have too big of a tip, you can always use your file to kind of buff the edges to make it fit. Also, when applying your tips, be mindful of the amount of nail glue that you use. Sometimes using too little can be just as bad as using too much. So some nail techs like to apply the glue to the tip, or they like to apply the glue to the nail. Just make sure that you're applying firm pressure and you try to avoid any air pockets, just so that you can avoid lifting in the future. And I like to do the courtesy of, once the nail tip has dried, I like to pull my client's skin away from the tip at the bottom just so it's not stuck. Next, after applying your tips and cutting them into your client's desired length, you want to buff your nail tips. And funny story, so I didn't always buff my nail tips out when I first started. And I had one instance with a client where I didn't buff her tips out and the acrylic completely separated from the tip. So now I religiously buff the tips out. And also, when buffing your tips out, if there's any nail glue that is on the nail plate, you do kind of want to buff that off the nail plate as well, so that you don't create any pockets for lifting. This is just to ensure that the acrylic is going to be secure all the way. So my client just wanted taper square, and the tips that I got, once you cut them, it automatically goes into taper square, so I didn't really have to do much. Here I am applying the acrylic, and I did speed it up because if you didn't notice in the beginning, I was only really focusing on getting clips of one hand. But once I got to the acrylic application, and as you can see the filing, there's both hands, so I just wanted to speed it up so that the video wasn't terribly long. And once you're done doing all your filing and buffing, then we can move on to the design. So when doing your French tips, I always recommend using a long striping brush so that it's easier to make crisper and straighter lines. I guess it's like crispier. Is that what they say? Crispier. But just to make your French look really, really tight and good. She wanted a high French. There is plenty of different ways to do a French, but in this video, as I said, she wants to do a high French. Well, actually, I think I encouraged her to do a high French, and she actually got a lot of compliments with this set. The French took me no time to do, really. And then I'm putting on her top coat. They came out so cute. She was so satisfied. And I think these nails lasted a really long time for her. The time that I'm putting this video out, this set has came and went, you guys. Like, when I tell y'all I have stuff to post and stuff to edit, I really do. And I cannot wait to get it out. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around to listen to me talk and watch a cute set get done. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.